Babysitter noticed something strange after paramedic's wife died and uncovered a dark secret. Stacy Hunsucker was the kind of woman who made the most out of every moment. A former preschool teacher turned stay-at-home mom, she spent her days chasing after her two little girls, Piper and Willow. And when she had a few precious minutes to herself, Stacy loved nothing more than diving into her crafts or catching a good sports game on TV. She was always doing something creative, recalls her friend Shelley O'Day. One sunny afternoon in the summer of 2018, Shelley stopped by Stacy's cozy home in Mount Holly, North Carolina, to pick up a hand-painted welcome sign she had bought for $50. They lingered a while, chatting about life, kids, and the usual ups and downs. Stacy, Shelley remembers, seemed like her usual upbeat self, mentioning she was trying to lose a little weight, which felt like a typical conversation for two busy moms. Nothing seemed off. Stacy was smiling, laughing, full of life. But just 6 weeks later, everything changed. On September 23rd, 2018, Stacy's husband, Joshua, a 40-year-old flight paramedic, made a frantic 911 call. He told officers he had found Stacy unconscious and blue after stepping outside briefly to check their car doors. Stacy, just 32 years old, was pronounced dead from what appeared to be a sudden heart attack. Joshua's grief seemed muted, and soon questions started swirling. He refused an autopsy, insisting he didn't want his wife's body cut up, a surprising decision considering Stacy had been a registered organ donor. Within 2 days, she was cremated. Almost immediately, Joshua filed a claim for Stacy's $250,000 life insurance policy. Behind the scenes, Stacy's mother, Susie Robinson, couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. She told investigators Joshua had already been seeing another woman, a co-worker, even before Stacy's death. That tip triggered an investigation, and what authorities uncovered would shake the entire community. Joshua's stories didn't add up. He told different friends different things about where he was when Stacy collapsed. One story said he was outside chopping wood. Another said he was working on his computer. In yet another version, he said he had just come back from a walk. Digging deeper, investigators learned that Stacy's blood, preserved during routine procedures for her organ donation, contained dangerously high levels of tetrahydrozoline, the active ingredient found in over-the-counter eye drops. Ingesting that chemical can cause the heart to stop. Prosecutors now believe Joshua had been slowly poisoning Stacy by lacing her drinks with eye drops, a chilling act of betrayal against the woman he had promised to love and protect. In December 2019, Joshua was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and insurance fraud. He pleaded not guilty and was released on a $1.5 million bond. The news shattered everyone who knew the Hunsuckers. Shelley O'Day, like many others, couldn't believe it. If you gave me a list of 100 people, Joshua wouldn't even cross my mind as someone capable of something like this, she said. They were just that couple. Sweet, happy. You never saw them fight. Their love story had seemed so normal. High school sweethearts who tied the knot at Myrtle Beach. They built a life together. Stacy working as a teacher, a paralegal, then a full-time mom, while Joshua served as a flight paramedic. Friends remembered them going to concerts, cookouts, always seeming close, always smiling. But underneath that picture-perfect surface, there were struggles. Stacy battled mysterious health issues after giving birth to Piper in 2013. A house fire destroyed many of their possessions. After Willow was born, Stacy's health worsened. She was hospitalized multiple times and eventually needed a pacemaker. Friends raised money for the family on GoFundMe, though doctors could never quite pin down what was wrong with her. After Stacy's death, Joshua moved on with alarming speed. His new girlfriend quickly became a regular figure at the home he once shared with Stacy. Babysitter Kaylin McDonald, who started working for Joshua months later, remembered the unsettling atmosphere. He never even mentioned Stacy, Kaylin said. It was like she never existed. I couldn't understand it. When someone you love dies, they stay a part of your daily life. You don't just erase them. As Joshua's behavior grew stranger, tensions with Stacy's parents deepened. Susie and John Robinson filed a wrongful death lawsuit against him and fought for custody of Piper and Willow. Joshua allegedly responded with a campaign of harassment, photographing them at their granddaughter's lacrosse games, making obscene gestures at them, even lurking outside their church. Then in February 2023, things took an even darker turn. Joshua claimed that John Robinson, his former father-in-law, had attacked him on the side of the road, pistol whipping him and injecting him with a mysterious chemical. But investigators found no evidence to support the story. Instead, they believed Joshua had staged the entire incident in a twisted attempt to frame Stacy's parents and shift suspicion away from himself. And just 3 weeks later, Joshua allegedly did the unthinkable again, this time to his own daughter. Prosecutors say he tried to poison 12-year-old Piper with the same chemical that killed Stacy, sneaking it into her drink. Investigators found another alarming substance in Piper's system too, a strong antidepressant that wasn't prescribed to her, but was discovered later in Joshua's truck. On August 6, 2024, Joshua was arrested once again, this time charged with witness intimidation and obstruction of justice. He's now awaiting trial at Gaston County Jail, as the community tries to make sense of the nightmare that tore apart a family that once seemed so full of love. Those who knew Stacy still struggle to process the loss. She was pure kindness, said Philip Smith, a fellow member of Stacy's church. The kind of person who just lit up a room. She didn't deserve what happened. No one does.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.